Joao. We're going to work on opening up and stretching out the back, upper back. So we'll go ahead and get started on hands and knees in tabletop position. So think about your wrists being under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And we'll start with a few cat-cow poses. So starting with cow pose, think about arching your back, bringing your shoulders back a little bit, and looking up on an inhale. And exhale into cat position. Think about lifting your belly button as far as you can towards your spine. So we'll inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And do a few of these at your own pace with your own breath. Really opening up and waking up that spine. One more here. All right, and then we're going to do a little side-to-side kind of stretch. So look over your left shoulder and kind of bring your left butt or hip out a little bit, and then switch, looking over the right shoulder, bringing the left hip, right hip out, and just do a couple of those. Might look funny, but it feels good. All right, and then coming back to a neutral spine. Lift your right arm as high as you can, high to the sky. Doesn't have to come all the way up, that's okay. And then we're going to thread the needle, so bringing your right hand underneath here, all the way down to your shoulder. So this is a great kind of back and shoulder stretch on the right side. So you can stay here if this already feels like a lot. If you want to feel a little bit more, you can press into the back of that right hand. And just don't forget to breathe here. And again, depending on how you feel here, you can either stay here or you can bring this left hand forward a little bit and the left foot back. And this is pretty strong stretch for me here. Continuing to press that right hand into the ground. We'll take one more breath here. And then come back if you were stretched out and lift that right hand again all the way high to the sky. And back down. And we'll get to do the other side. So left hand up to the sky and then thread it through, down all the way to the ground. And just breathe here. And again, if you want to stay here, or if you want to bring your right hand forward a little bit and right foot back, just continue to press into that back side of the left hand, feeling it in the shoulder and your back. Continuing to breathe, and we'll take one more breath here. Then bring the foot back down if it was up, and then bring that left hand all the way up to the sky again, and back down. Whew, yeah. So we're going to move into a down dog, not for too long, but it actually is a pretty good stretch for the back and shoulders. So think about planting into your hands, tuck your toes, and then lift your hips up to the sky. And don't worry about having straight legs here. You can bend your knees. You can pedal your feet to kind of move around a little bit, like move your hips from side to side, or come onto your tiptoes, whatever feels good here. And then as you find stillness, you can really push into those hands and feel that shoulder kind of opening or strengthening, either way. Slowly begin to walk your feet forward towards your hands. And again, you don't have to have straight legs here. You can have pretty bent knees here. I know I have pretty tight hamstrings. And from here, think about placing, you can either, if you want to, aggressive, you can put your hand palm on the ground or left fingertips here. Lift your right hand to the sky. And then exhale it back down. Inhale, lift your left arm to the sky. Nice twisting here. Back down on the exhale. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, back down. We'll do one more. Inhale, right up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left up. Oh, that feels so good in my shoulders. Left down. here, we're going to slowly begin to roll up. So one vertebrae at a time. Yeah, slowly is good. And then when you get to the top, start to roll your shoulders back. Big circles here, just opening up everything, feels pretty good. Whew. And then switch and go the other direction. And don't forget to breathe here. All right, shake it out. So we'll do some kind of maybe familiar stretches to you. We're going to take our right arm across our chest and then kind of grab it. You can either use your hand or your arm and feel the stretch here. When you do this, think about not letting your right shoulder creep up, but really pulling it back down so you're feeling that stretch. It's pretty good stretch here. And don't forget to breathe. So I always like it when a teacher or someone reminds me to breathe because a lot of times I forget. And if you don't breathe, like the fight or flight, situation, your body, if you're not breathing, might think you're in the panic mode. So we'll go ahead and release that, shake it out a little bit, and do the other side. So left arm across, think about this time the left shoulder coming down. This is a good stretch for me. And we'll breathe here. Let's take one more breath here. And then release and shake it out again. We're going to do another kind of traditional one I did a lot in sports growing up, but take the right elbow up to the sky and come back behind your back. This one is a little tough. I'm pretty tight here and I have a tendency to want to use my head to like crank it back, but try not to do that if you can. Use your arm strength to do it, and then feel the stretch here. Should feel pretty good. And then depending on how your flexibility is or how you're feeling, you can also do the come around and grab here. Or if that's not accessible today, you can grab any piece of clothing, bring it behind, and then just use that to create, like I'm grabbing it right here to create that tension. Same kind of movement, just, yeah. So we'll go ahead and switch to the other side. So shake it out. Favorite part. And then this time left elbow high, using that right arm to kind of feel that stretch. And continue to breathe here. I'm gonna go ahead and reach back there. We'll take one more breath here. Callie's watching me, I'm laughing. Shake it out again, and then we're gonna go ahead and clasp behind your back and think about opening up the front of your chest. This feels really good. And try not to let your back, let your stomach go. Kind of keep your, stomach engaged a little bit. And just continue to breathe here. And then release, kind of shake it out. We're going to do it one more time. This time, do the uncomfortable clasping the hands. I know we tend to always do the same way, so just this time do the one that feels a little funny. We'll do one more stretch. Breathe. Release. If you're feeling good, you can stop there. One more thing I like to do to kind of help with my back is if you have a wall, using that wall, I put my arm at about a 90-degree angle and just press and turn away. This also feels really good. I'm opening up my chest as well as kind of feeling a stretch in my back. So I'll take a couple of breaths there. And then do the other side. It's kind of different, the opposite of the last kind of thing we did. One more breath. Release. Shake it out. I feel pretty good. Any feedback you have, if there's anything you liked or hated, let me know and I can always adjust it. All right, see ya.